All right, grayscalers, check this out. This is awesome. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to save millions of dollars in taxes and through a Roth IRA versus my SEP IRA, and just talk about some things. So I called my CPA today. None of this is tax advice. Talk to a CPA. Obviously, you know that. I'm just a dude in a Jeep who's not in his Jeep. So I talked to my CPA today about setting up a Roth IRA account for my son because he's got a UTMA account, which you can set up at any age, any income level, all that kind of stuff, and just make contributions to. But apparently, like, I can't open a Roth IRA until my son is old enough to have earned income, like W-2 income through a job, or be like a contractor. Dividend income, which he received last year, does not count. So keep that in mind. However, he was like, don't you, Ethan, don't you have an IRA account? I said, yeah, I had like 25 grand in it. And, now it's like 150,000. And he's like, you should convert that to a Roth. And I was like, well, I didn't know I could do that. And so he explained it to me. And it sounds like, from what I understand, so let's just say there's like 150 grand in there. It might be a little bit over now with the grayscale up today. But so here's how it works. Like, I've got my SEP IRA in Fidelity. I've shown this portfolio to you guys. So what I did is I opened a Roth IRA account with Fidelity. Fidelity allows you, they've got a form where you can actually convert your traditional IRA or your SEP IRA to a Roth IRA. And they'll do it for you. They'll move it for you, basically from one account to another. And I'll have to pay taxes when this happens. The account is currently valued, about 150 grand or whatever. I'll have to pay taxes on that. I don't know what they'll be, but I don't give a shit. Like, you could, IRS, take 150 grand away from me, because you know what? Once that thing is converted, it is tax-free. Tax-free while it grows, tax-free while I take it out. Because of the SEP IRA, the videos I've talked about, when I withdraw it after age 59 and a half, well, I'm being taxed at ordinary income rates, which I'm in the highest tax bracket, so I got to count on at least 50% being paid in taxes. But with a Roth, no. So I am so much better converting that SEP IRA to a Roth IRA. And you guys, you might want to check on this. Like I said, I'm not a tax advisor, not a CPA. You guys know that. Talk to a CPA, because if you do this conversion, if you have an IRA that's like a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, and you can get it converted to, or a traditional or SEP IRA, and you get it converted to a Roth, well, then it's tax-free coming out too, like completely tax-free. So you might want to do this. And I don't think my CPA has any clue as to how I'm going to grow that IRA account over the years using my method. I've rotated between dividend ETFs and crypto assets a couple cycles. It's going to be bonkers, but that will be tax-free. So definitely, like, fuck the government. They take enough away in taxes anyway. Even if they take more from you out of your IRA or non-taxable account, it's like they're not going to spend that shit wisely. They don't. They're government. They're stupid. They're idiots. Like, the only reason they have a job in government is because nobody else wants to fucking hire them, because they're not good enough to do the job of anything. So that's just the way I look at it. Obviously, there are some good people in politics. I'm just saying that because it's funny and it's true. In a lot of cases, I've worked in government. I've seen how that worked. Like in my younger 20s, I was in government offices, like the DNR, university, different places, like for the state. I see how government works. And let me tell you, as somebody who started his own company, it is very different working in a private company versus working for the government. So that's just how I look at it. But I want to encourage you guys, if anybody has a SEP IRA or a traditional IRA, have a conversation with the CPA about converting it to a Roth IRA. And it's it should be pretty straightforward. Now, Fidelity makes it easy. I don't know if you're using a different brokerage, if it's going to be easy to do a conversion. If you're able to check, get an idea of like what your tax implications are, because you will have to pay taxes. That is my understanding when you do a conversion. Like, for example, if I think, and this, like, don't hold me to this, I'm not a tax advice guy, as I said, but I think, it's worth like 150 grand now. It was 25. I think that's like what I put in or something like that. That's my basis essentially. So I'll have to pay taxes on the difference, I think, is what I understand. Like I said, I don't even care if they charge me if they charge me 150 grand, they want to charge me 100% tax rate on the entire balance, because it does not fucking matter. I'm gonna blow that thing up to millions of dollars this crypto bull run and in subsequent, and it's like the tax-free savings, that's where it's at. Like I said, switching back to kids, Roth IRAs, like if your kid is old enough to have W-2 income, like working at McDonald's or something, or like being a contractor for like a mowing company or something like that, or even mowing lawns, and having their own income from their own little side business, I think that also qualifies. I'm not talking to the CPA, all right, all that stuff, but I think that's my understanding. A UTMA account, as I've talked about before, is taxable for your kids, but you can open it when they're, less than 1 year old, and it's taxable. And the nice thing about it, downside is it's taxable. The nice thing about it is they can use it at any point in life. The downside to a Roth IRA or any kind of IRA is you got to wait till you're like 15 and a half. If you take out money earlier, you got to pay penalties and taxes. So that's the downside. So that's the upside of a UTMA account. Like I said, I've said this in videos, but we got a bunch of new people. Definitely, if you have kids and you don't have a UTMA account for them, man, help them out. Like, set them up to be financially free. They can just make a ton of money. But again, that is a taxable account. That's the downside. But the upside is you can open it at any time and, yeah, have a rich kid. But before I end this, like, just want to say, if you have a traditional IRA or a SEP IRA, definitely have a conversation with the CPA about getting this converted, and getting it converted before the bull run, when the prices are still low in comparison to what they're going to be. I'm getting this shit done. Like, I'm mailing in the form to Fidelity this week, and hopefully it'll be converted, maybe end of next week, maybe the week after. I don't know what the turnaround time is, but it's definitely worth it. And you're gonna have to pay, like I said, an upfront tax on that. I forget exactly how it's calculated, but talk to the CPA, like I said. And but it's, from my perspective, it's worth it. Holy shit, it's worth it. It's like I'd rather pay 150 grand in taxes. I won't have to pay that much, but you know what I mean? I'd rather pay 150 grand now, this calendar year, than millions, tens of millions, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in down the line. Also, I was under the impression that you had to, from an IRA, take required minimum distributions, or RMDs, starting at the age of 59 and a half. My CPA actually said it was age 73. So you don't have to take money out until you're 73, but then when you're 73, you have to start taking money out. But you can take it out as early as 59 and a half. All right, that's it for this video. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm gonna be interested, as I mentioned in this morning's video, to see what happens with the political debate. There's always a bunch of bullshit with the moderators, and they're never, they're always biased. This is what always happens. So it'll be a shit show, clown show. But guess what? It is an election year, and we will get to see fireworks in one way or another. It's going to be an interesting time over the next couple of months to see what happens, see what goes down. But tune in if you got some free time and you want to laugh, or at least watch the clips afterwards to see what happens. Because who wins the election will have an effect economically on all of us and our kids. Because one way or another, tax rates are going to be changing, probably. I'm guessing not for the better. And it is what it is. But all right, I'm going to leave this here. You guys have a good one. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down to YouTube, or join Discord. I'll place a link to Discord in the pinned comment below. I'll see you guys soon. You guys take care.